spoke to the team after Monday night. I'm curious, when do you decide is it time for you to step up and do that after a game? And when you do you say to Nick, like, I got this one, or what's the process like?
I didn't make a decision on it. It just kind of happened.
Is that why your horse were you because you're speaking loud, or?
And I was battling something all week, and so I actually lost my voice the day of the game, that morning, yesterday, the day before, and then the day of the game, I lost my voice, and ended up being able to get it back a little bit, enough to scream and obviously operate the game. So still kind of trying to get over that sickness.
What's the biggest challenge of getting a game like that and the way it finished, getting it past you and moving on?
Moving on.
How do you do that, though, and how does the team do that?
Keep the main thing the main thing.
Curious, after a few days to watch the tape, that interception on the final drive, what did you see when you watched the tape on?
Yeah, just honestly trying to give a guy a shot to make a play. Would have liked to in that situation, that game. I think just looking back on it, manage the time we had, the opportunity we had. Maybe didn't have to be as aggressive there, but we're trying to take a shot down the field in that area, and didn't connect. And I own that in those moments, because I those are the moments you get excited about. To make something happen, and I came up short, and I own that.
What kind of adjustments do you have to make, with A.J. Brown not in the lineup, and how difficult was that for you, just finding out maybe 2 or 3 days before the game that he played?
I think just giving guys opportunities to make plays, and we got a great skill set of guys, and everybody's different in their own right, but giving them the opportunity to express themselves and what makes them great.
Just talking to Dallas in the locker room, he said you guys were still hopeful, maybe a little bit later in the week, that A.J. might be able to go. When it's like 50-50 like that, how does that affect your plan? And he might be there, might not be there. How difficult?
Didn't expect him to play, so.
Didn't expect. No?
Do you expect him to play this week?
No, I don't know.
How close do you think Dotson is to really feeling comfortable in the offense and being a guy you can really trust and go to?
Yeah, I think it's. I think he's going to come in and work every day. I'm excited, about him. Obviously, I hate that we hadn't been able to put the work in the off season and training camp and have time to really develop that chemistry. However, we'll have to put an emphasis on certain things to get guys involved, and we'll make plays. They'll make plays.
When you don't have that time with Jahan to, develop that kind of chemistry in the offseason, what do you feel like you have to do during the season now to try to start to get that to come along?
Conversations. We do a great job of doing that, the whole team. But I think offensively, the conversations that we have, the dialogue that we have, the things we discuss, and in terms of what we're confident in, and then going out there and expressing yourself and everyone feeding off of that confidence, I think that's where it comes from.
You have experience in the Superdome in college, not in the NFL. What's unique about playing there as a quarterback?
It feels like so long ago, playing in the bowl game, in the Sugar Bowl, and obviously, a great environment there. A lot of pride in that city. It's a great place, New Orleans, in the state of Louisiana. And, it'll be a great opportunity for us, a great challenge, and a great team we're about to play that's rolling and clicking on all cylinders right now, led by a great defense, great offense, and they're doing a great job, so it'll be a great challenge for us.
What have you noticed so far out of the group this week as they respond to the first loss?
I'm sorry?
What have you noticed out of the group this week as they, are responding to the first loss?
Just, keep the main thing the main thing. That's been the approach, that's been the mindset, and that's kind of always been the mindset. Just want to take it day by day, continue to take steps every day.
When you guys were on that 9.5-minute drive Monday night and everything, what was it like, with you and Saquon, both being able to run the ball? Like, was that, I don't know, I mean, obviously that that's something you guys can do, but like in the moment and stuff, what was that like?
As far as what?
Just knowing that, you can keep the drive going, you can kind of take time off the clock and everything like that.
It was just executing what was called, executing, and we did a really good job of executing that drive, and it seemed to be an efficient drive.
You mentioned the Saints defense. What do you look at first when you see them?
Everywhere, up front, yeah, great front seven, great linebacker crew, veteran safeties, great corners. Even they got really good young corners. So it's a great team we're about to play. Great team, a lot of respect for them.
Your numbers against the blitz have been very good through 2 games. Do you feel more comfortable, and is that a product of just having more authority over what happens pre-snap, or is that just because of the scheme and giving you more answers?
I don't know how to answer that question.
In this past game, you seem to show more emotion than we typically see. I don't think I've seen you spike the ball before like that.
I didn't know I could get flagged for that, so if I would have known that, I probably wouldn't have done it.
But was there any particular impetus for that type of outward emotion?
No, honestly, I wanted the stadium to feel me, and it was one of those games where we needed everyone, and when I mean everyone, we need all 3 phases and every seat that was filled in that stadium in the link, and I think it definitely got a good spike of energy. We came up short, and we'll have another opportunity here soon to shake back from that.
Is there, with the illegal downfields, I think there were 3 of them in the game. Some of that is just nature of RPOs and guys get down the field. Is there a timing aspect of that can be corrected, or is that just part of doing it? Occasionally it's going to happen.
Well, it's been a little different over the years. Seems like it's been more aggressively called, especially in that game. And so it's just something that we have to do a really good job of, and how we execute it, and, kind of how we prepare for those situations so we can take ourselves out of those positions.
If I may rephrase my question about the blitz, do you feel any different about your process versus the blitz this year?
Yes, as I've said many times, in my process and in having more autonomy, and how that's useful, for how I process that. So I think naturally, yes.
Take 2 more.
Jalen, one thing off the field, the BIAA officially recognized girls flag football as an official state sport. Having been at the championship and other events supporting girls in sports, what was your reaction to hearing that?
It's awesome. It's awesome. The more opportunity these young girls have to do what they love and just play the game, I think the better. And I think it's just a great opportunity to kind of level out that playing field for them and how they express themselves in sports.
Okay, thanks, Dylan.